Hey everybody, it's day 4, believe it or not, and a couple things I want to say off the top end. First of all, I apologize for my environment. I'm working on building our garage gym. The second thing is, just so everybody's aware, just for participating in this challenge, you get a free, basically, consultation with me. What that means is that we would find a time to get together on the phone, Skype, FaceTime, whatever, and you would tell me about your fitness goals, or your struggles with nutrition, anything relevant to your fitness, nutrition, and lifestyle that you've had trouble finding a solution to. Because my specialty is working with individuals remotely, primarily, and figuring out a pathway that meets the person where they're at. And what I mean by that is, look, everybody's got a life to live. Everybody's got a schedule, different values, different priorities. So fitness and nutrition has to basically rise to the level of where that person is. You can't do it the other way around. A person can't have fitness goals and then rearrange their entire life around those goals. Fitness has to be rearranged around the person's lifestyle, okay? And it's my belief that the main reason people fail is because they think that their entire lifestyle has to change in order to get to where they want to be. And most people's goals are so reasonable. I want to lose a couple pounds. I want to look a little bit better, and I want to feel a bit better. Okay, so that doesn't mean you have to adapt this, bodybuilding lifestyle where you're just eating chicken and broccoli and doing 2-a-days, right? So anyway, in the emails that you're getting from me, if you're watching this video from the email, there's a button that says you click it to schedule a time with me. It'll bring you to my schedule. You can find a time that works for you, and the call will simply be me asking you questions and then giving you basically my feedback and my insight as a person who's done this almost basically half their life, trying to help people figure this stuff out. So do take advantage of that. I'm here to help. Okay, with that said, here's today's power habit. Your goal from here on out is every single day you will have at least one meal that is perfectly balanced. And by balanced, I just kind of mean a foundational, basically, meal that represents kind of a baseline portion of proteins, carbs, fats, and veggies. Here's what that perfect balance looks like. I want you to have between 1 and 2 palm-sized portions of protein on your plate. That does not have to be animal product. That can be a plant-based source of protein as well. So you look down at your plate. Do I have at least 1 palm-sized portion of protein? Check. The second thing that needs to be on that plate is your fat portions. Do I have at least 2 thumb-sized portions of fat on my plate? And we're talking about healthy fats, natural fats, avocado, peanuts, certain oils, olive oil, coconut oil, these kinds of things. And when you look down at your plate, is that represented? Okay, so that's 2 things. Palm-sized portion of protein, thumbs portions of fat, and then carbohydrate. 1 cupped handful of carbohydrates on your plate as well. And just for clarity, that cupped handful of carbohydrate should be whatever it is cooked, right? So if you're having rice, it's not raw cupped handful, then cook. It's cook the raw, and then serving size is cupped handful cooked of whatever that particular carbohydrate is, okay? The last thing you need to consider is basically your non-starchy vegetables, right? So low carb, low calorie vegetables, primarily for the purpose of making sure you're getting enough vitamins and minerals. So kind of eat the rainbow, as it were, in terms of vegetable intake. The colors vary from green, red, orange, yellow, peppers, carrots, broccoli, these kinds of things, okay? And as far as that, you can eat those pretty liberally, but I like to count my veggie servings by basically fistful. So fistful portion of vegetables. So to recap, palm size or 2 portion of protein, thumb size 2 thumb size portions of fat, 1 cupped handful of cooked carbohydrate, and then of course 2 or more fistfuls of vegetables. Your goal, we're calling that essentially the balanced meal. If you have all your meals like that, and you eat until you're 80% full, chew your food, put your fork down, and increase the amount of basically non-exercise related activity, you're going to reach your goals. It's as simple as that. I would love to know how you're doing with these things. So in response to this video, tell me how you're doing. All right. Now, moving on to the workout, again, which is less important than the other things. We're doing basically what I call a descending rep scheme workout. There's going to be 3 activities that you're doing, 3 exercises. The first one is what we call a plank up down. Okay, so you start this in a forearm plank position and you move to the up position into a plank on hands. So here's 1 rep of the plank up down. I'm on my forearms and I transition to my plank on my hands. Come back down and then I do again, but you should be switching arms. One of the goals, this is basically a moving plank. One of the goals is to make sure that as you do this, that you don't move your body around a whole lot. So if you find yourself rocking back and forth, that means your core is not stable. So the idea is brace and try to limit movement on both the up and down. That's the first exercise. The second exercise is what we call a Cossack squat. Wide stance. I sit back and down towards one side. This foot has to be completely on the ground. What I mean by that is, if you don't have mobility, people will come up on the toe to make that work. No bueno. Sit back. This ankle can turn and rotate and come up onto the heel, but this side stays totally static. 1 rep is down. Alternate sides for 2. Okay, a lot of people are going to have trouble with that. So if you need to, you can find something to help you stabilize. So you can do like this, and I'm going to support myself on the box for balance and so on. If that is also problematic, you can just do it with less range of motion. Sit back as far as you can, come back up. Sit back as far as you can, come back up. But the ultimate depth, the idea is, can I get super low? Okay? And I think that's a great indication of where people are in strength. If you cannot do a full range of motion Cossack squat, there's a problem that should be addressed. Got to get strong, got to improve your mobility, right? Some strength things, to me, indicate how long a person's going to live. Not exactly, meaning can't tell you what age you're going to die, but if I look at a person and I see them struggle to do a Cossack squat, I know that there's probably some issues with that person's, basically their biomechanics. And if they're poor, it indicates to me there's lifestyle issues that, if they're improved, will extend lifespan. That's my personal belief. The third exercise is a side plank, sort of Jane Fonda type deal. Technically, it's a side plank hip abduction. But what you're going to do is going to get yourself into a nice plank and then lift the leg. That is tremendously difficult, even for me. If I have trouble with that, I'm going to tuck one leg back, and this leg will actually stay on the ground to be supported, and then I can go through this. Makes it a lot easier, okay? But the goal is get through your side plank abduction without the hips sagging like you did those side planks the other day. Okay, so I mentioned 3 exercises. The plank up down, 1 rep being all the way up on both hands, that's just 1 rep. And then back down, that's 1. The second rep is when you switch hands, all the way up, all the way back down, that's 2. Okay, the Cossack squat, 1 rep is going to one side. 1, 2, so on and so forth. The side plank leg raise, obviously 1 rep with the leg going up is 1 rep. What is the repetition range? Here's what happens. It's going to be descending. You're going to do 16 total plank up downs. Then you're going to do 16 total Cossack squats. Then you're going to do 16 side plank leg raises, Jane Fonda's abductions, leg lifts, whatever you want to call it. Then you go back to the plank up down where you're going to do only 14 reps. 14 plank up downs, 14 Cossack squats, 14 side plank leg raises, then 12, 12, 12, 10, 10, 10. Bonus points for doing that all the way down to 0. But the prescribed workout is only all the way down to 10, okay? 16, 16, 16, 14, 12, 10, All right. That is your challenge workout for today. It's a mixture of basically lower body, some upper body, but mostly core oriented work along those lines. I would love to know how you're doing. Don't forget, schedule your consultation with me. We'll talk about your fitness and how it pertains to your lifestyle and what's the best steps forward for you to find success. All right. Hope you guys are enjoying. Enjoy your day. Bye.